Hello students and welcome back to part 2 of project 3 where we are restoring our old prints in Photoshop. We have up to this point converted our image to black and white to take out any odd coloration that might have come up when the image was scanned. We have adjusted the curves. We have used the dodge and burn tool to brighten or darken certain parts of the image. And we have used our spot healing brush tool to clean up any odd spots or scratches or smudge marks in the image that might have come up in the darkroom process. Now for the final step of this project, we're going to colorize the image. First I'm going to take the background layer, click it and drag it down to the create new layer icon. Now I have a background copy. I'm going to take it to the very top of my layer panel. Now if you notice that after I moved my background copy layer to the top of my layer panel in Photoshop here, that it looks like I undid all of my progress. The background copy that's original, the unaltered version of my image, is back. Well, to fix that, I need to go to the blend mode drop down bar where it says normal, click that and go down to color. You can see that after I've chosen color on the blend mode option here, it sort of brings back all of my adjustments that I made. Now I'm going to take this background copy layer and rename it to color. This is going to be the layer that I make all of my colorization changes. Now that I've labeled my layer color, I'm going to go over to the left toolbar and click on the brush tool. I'm going to go down to the color box down here, set foreground color, and click that, and I'm going to start to colorize the dog here. Now in the context of this picture, this dog is a Labrador Retriever, and I'm going to start to color him in. If you notice, the color is very, very bright and very bold. It is not realistic looking. I'm going to make an adjustment to that in a minute here. First I'm going to just color all of him in. I'm using my brush tool. My hardness is down to 0% because he's sort of a furrier, fluffier dog. In the context of the image, it works to create a soft brush. And currently, it looks like he's a bit radioactive. He's very bright, very bold. All I need to do is go to opacity and dial that back from 100% down to the darkness that I think is appropriate. So the higher the opacity, the darker the dog is. A lower opacity, like maybe 25%, 30%, creates a more realistic effect. I can always go back and sort of create some variety, change the color a bit, color over the dog. Maybe some spots are a different shade, maybe some are the same. You know, maybe he's not so, maybe if I find a different color that works, he won't look so cartoony. If I need to go back and adjust or delete anything, say if I color outside of my lines at all, I can always go back and adjust and make those very refined. Next, I want to color in the grass. So I choose my color for the grass. I choose green. And I start to brush in and create the effect of my grass. Now, the best colorization of a black and white photo like this is really with more of a subtle effect rather than something very strong. I can go in, change my brush size if I want to cover a greater surface area quicker, and colorize this way. I can see that some of this kind of bleeds in to the dog a little bit. I'm going to just go back over the dog, color him back in so it doesn't get blended into the darkness here. I'm going to do my dirt layer here. And there I have my colorized image of my dog. If I want to create a little bit of interest in the way I've colorized things, I can go to the brush tool and click where I would normally change the hardness or the size of the brush. I have different options here for things like the size of grass. I'm going to choose a brush here that's a blade of grass, and I can color and create an effect that kind of adds some variety to the background here. So it's not just one solid color of grass. Grass brush tool is repeating and adding some variety in the sizing. If I want to go back and adjust any colors, I can go to Image and Adjustments and go down to Channel Mixer. Here I can make some adjustments to the color itself if I want certain things to stand out more or less. Play around with the color and keep what I like, change back what I don't like. Some color adjustments make a different effect on the image that I like, some don't. I can kind of click before and after. And now I have an image that I really like. I can go back and change the opacity and adjust that and find what I really feel like is the best quality for my picture. And now I have my finalized colored photograph.